Hi guys, how y'all doing tonight? This is the 4th time I've recorded this video, and every time I record it I think it's recording because I'm doing a new angle and I can't see the red light anymore, so I didn't know on 2 of them I guess I didn't press the record button. But anyway, let me get some of this stuff out of the way so we can get started here. This is a file folder taken and I've cut it down. I cut 2 of them down, and I'll show you how to do that. But this is my latest version. This is the version I actually like. I have one that I made that's just maps. That was in honor of my nephew, who this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, he just turned 21 years old. I'm so proud of him, and I am so proud of my baby sister. She has raised 2 very fine young men. And to my other sister, you've raised a beautiful daughter, young lady, actually a woman, she's no longer a young lady, and you have 4 beautiful growing adults. So this is my latest version. Now, I also wanted to let you know that I'm Mod Podged over this because I really wanted to save this from getting tore up or getting dirty or anything like that. And of course, everything I make is always handmade with love. So, with that look in mind of what we're gonna do, I will get a file folder. Now you always need 2, please remember that. But I have a ton of them right now cut up, so I'm just going to cut one more up. And I have all the cut aparts and everything for that journal book or whatever you want to call it. Already cut out. Now, this junk in front of you, I am sorry, I will eventually, if you guys like this angle better, I will eventually try to fix that. Cut it. First, you're going to need to cut an 1/8 of an inch off. Really, I go to the very, very, very first little line on my cutting board, and I try to line it up, and I just cut it down. Now, the lady that I got this particular, I watched several, but the one who really was very comprehensive about this was a lady by the name, her YouTube channel is joggles.com, and it's spelled JOGGLESDOTCOM. So then she has her own website, if you want to check her video out. Now, when you cut the file folder in half, you want it to go to 5 3/4 and just cut it down. And it should, apparently I don't press down hard enough on my daggone cutter, but it will cut it in. You will have half. And then, just a second guys, let me, there's a moment in my life where nothing ever goes right. You guys ever had those moments? 'Cause I feel like I'm having one of those moments. When it comes to videotaping this particular project, I am seriously having moments. I do not know why this project wants to be so difficult. Okay, now, they will be even. Then you will take, it seems odd, and the very, very first one I did, not following her directions because I thought I knew better. It didn't turn out right. I follow her directions and it actually does turn out right. You're going to take your file folder, now that you've cut it in half, and you're going to take, what I do is I take and I put the edge that's folded, naturally folded on the file, and I just place it up, butt it up against one end, and make sure it's butted up against the top end. I score 4, she said score 4.5. So that's what I do. I flip it over and do the same thing. Again, 4.5. It always will remain, always and forever, it will remain 4.5. I can't see. I always feel like it jumps. I don't know why. Anyway, alright, now that you've got it scored, you will be folding it over. Get your foam folder. If you get Walmart file folders, which these ones are, they're much thicker, more sturdier. But I have used the Dollar Tree ones, and they're not as glossy feeling as this, but to me it doesn't really make a difference because you're adding to it. Now see, you fold it back. Now of course, where it was already naturally folded becomes a mountain, and here is your valley on either side. This will fold up. Notice it does not go all the way, and this actually goes over. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let me move these out of the way. Now this is my stack that I have just gotten together. What you're going to do, when I tell you I have been trying to tape this is every time I videotaped. Every time I'd cut up 2 file folders, I would score them, and this is what I would have. I had a stack of these, and I still do. But anyway, I digress. Here, you're going to take your double-sided tape, and you're just going to put it on inside your mountain. Okay, remember these are your valleys. Just after you've gotten it all scored and everything, take where your mountain is, where it's already naturally folded, flip it over and score it, and put double-sided tape on it. Now you don't really need to do it here because it's a natural fold that was already in the file folder, so you really don't need to worry about that. You stick them together, and so you'll have it like this when you get it together. Now in this one it doesn't have, you know, the tab up at the top, but it almost matches right up to the edge where the natural file folder is. This one will not. Okay. what you do, this one's the same. You do not, don't put them together, guys. And there's this one. Okay, what I'm looking for is what I would like to be my two ends. This is what I really want to be my two ends. And when you start to do this, you'll have to figure out how you would like it to sit. Now she has a specific way she does it, and awesome, great, but I try to I want the little bit of a divide, and there's a reason for it. You could either not put a pocket in here, because when you go to put these together, that is where you're going to be putting them together. At that point, you could just seal it, or you can run double-sided tape here and at the bottom, and leave this open, giving yourself a pocket. Which is what I did with this one. You open it up, and my newest little thing was to run the paper completely across here. And here is one of the divides. And I used this tape on the sides and the bottom, and I'm kind of regretting doing that, although it is more sturdier. And then you have this and this, and then here's your pocket. And of course, you know, there's not going to be pockets, although I'm trying to figure a way out to do that, where the mountain is. So right there, and then that's it. There is no more pockets. So, and this is using just 2 file folders, folks. If you want to see how I decorate it differently than Joggles.com did, and I found it to be a lot more easier. And if you would like, I'll go ahead and say that this is step 1, the cutting, the folding, and the taping. Okay, that's going to be number 1. This is video number 1. And really, it probably